श्री नाम संकीर्तन की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय।
जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी।
जय गोपी जगवल्लभ जय गिरिधरधारी।
जय गोपी जगवल्लभ जय गिरिधरधारी।
जय गोपी जगवल्लभ जय गिरिधरधारी।
जय गोपी जगवल्लभ जय गिरिधरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरा वनचारी। यमुना तीरा वनचारी।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे।
जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा।
जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा।
जय जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव
जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव।
हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल।
Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Okay. Thank you very much for assembling for this program. There are a few changes that we are going to do. Okay. I'm going to share something with you, very honestly. We have been doing these programs for many years. Okay. I personally find that in terms of the absorption of the philosophy, this is one of the best batches that I've seen. Okay, so all credits to all of you actually. Okay. Now that also made us experiment, okay, for giving Bhagavad Gita shlokas to all of you, so that you can study and then come back and remember. But always any endeavor has got some pluses as well as some minuses. Okay. The pluses are that people who have the bandwidth, the time to study a Bhagavad Gita shloka and then come back and recite it, they will be able to do it. But some other people who may not have that bandwidth to do that at this point in time in life, right? Or some people may not right now be ready to by heart Bhagavad Gita shlokas, which is also fine, okay? Because all of us have our own choices. All of us have to decide at what pace we want to go, okay? What we don't want to do is we don't want it to look as if we are compelling to study Bhagavad Gita shlokas, okay? And obviously when you put a chit, for example, if my name comes and I am not able to recite it, then sometimes people can feel not so comfortable with that situation. So what we will do, the principle of studying Bhagavad Gita shlokas, that is okay with everyone, right? Everyone is okay with hearing Bhagavad Gita shlokas and being exposed to Bhagavad Gita shlokas. So what we'll do, we'll tweak the format slightly. From now onwards, we will not, that's why I told Nachu Mataji, don't bring the chit. Right? So we will let it very freely. Whoever wants to recite, they can recite, right? And whoever chooses to recite at a future date or take it at their own pace, they also have the freedom to do that. Does it sound fair to everyone? Is it okay? Everyone happy with that? Yeah? Okay. But what we will do is, we will try and have this, for example, today's shloka, can you see verse for today? Yes. Right? So, verse for today, we will ask, once I'll read, then any one of you can volunteer to lead it, and we'll do this verse for maybe 2 to 3 weeks by looking at the paper. Verse bhi hai wahan pe, just padhna hai wahan pe. Is everyone okay with that? Yes. Okay? So nobody will be asked shloka, okay, to recite. ऐसा नहीं करेंगे हम लोग, ठीक है? Okay? Okay. All right. Okay. And also there is something else that also I wanted to discuss. So the satsanga here talks about something because the standard format. So we'll tweak it. So don't worry about that. Chits will be picked up by facility. Ignore that whole part. Okay. Japa, everyone is happy with Japa section. Everyone is happy chanting. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Very good. What about the spiritual edification part? Do you all have any suggestions for us how we can improve the spiritual edification part? There is a passage and then there are some questions below that. The answers to those questions are given in the passage itself. You have to find out that from the thing. So then what happens is, this method is called as Purva Swadhyay in Sanskrit. Okay. Whenever we study a book, one way is to just tell everyone, okay, read a paragraph and ask what did you understand from this paragraph. That's one way of doing it. That's also a good way of doing it. Another way of doing it is by giving some leading questions, so that then one knows how to understand, what to pick up when you study a Bhagavad Gita purport. Personally, I have benefited by this method. Of course, this is right now we are dealing with very simple passages, but when you all want to do a deeper study, this method helps you, because this method is very preemptive. The questions preempt you on what to look at in the paragraph. Okay, and that is why it has been designed like that. Again, even in these questions, We will not ask anyone. Like last time we took chit, na? Because chit, why we did like that? So that everyone feels that, okay, it's a random chit. So somebody should not, no, we want everyone to participate. It should not happen that only few people are answering and others don't get an opportunity. That was the idea of picking up the chit, not to put anyone on the spot. So I profoundly apologize for any inconvenience that we have caused because of the format change. Okay, so please from the bottom of my heart, and I thank you profoundly that still, despite all this inconvenience, you are still coming to the program. I'm extremely grateful to all of you for that. Okay, from the bottom of my heart, profound apologies for that. Okay, so now is this spiritual edification okay with everyone? Everyone is happy. If you still have any better way of doing it, please suggest, we can incorporate that. Yes, Prabhu.
5-10 minutes to discuss on that.
To discuss on that, थोड़ा ज़्यादा time उसको, हाँ, yeah. How about then this spiritual edification में हम लोग group activity बनाते हैं इसको. For example, we can have some groups, group 1, group 2, group 3 like that, and then you all can decide who can be the spokesperson. आप ही decide कीजिए, and that spokesperson can give answers on your group's behalf, and that is again also in your hands only to do that. Okay. The whole idea is that I don't want to be lecturing all the time. That is the only change. Otherwise, learning will continue. Okay, it's not that because I've stopped lecturing, learning will not continue. But learning will do in a very different way. There are 3 types because I have done a teacher's training course in ISKCON. So there are 3 ways in which you can do by which one teaches. Okay, and many of you are teachers. Some of you are teachers, right? You all probably know it better than I do. Okay, मैंने तो सिर्फ course किया, आप लोग तो degree किया है उसमें. First is called as didactic way of teaching something. Didactic means what? One speaker is lecturing all the time, right? That's one way. Actually, पुराने जमाने में वैसे होता था. Sukadeva Goswami was going on speaking 18,000 verses. The sages were all listening to him. Right? It was not, group activity नहीं था तब, right? But obviously now we are in Kali Yuga, right? So it is very difficult to sustain an attention when one speaker is going on speaking for 2 hours. People will start yawning and looking here and there. वो तो bore हो रहे हैं अभी वगैरह वगैरह. And that's why what we did was in the initial phase when I was doing that, first few months, I deliberately spoke those Bollywood songs, something silly I tried to do. That the whole idea was that because I know how it is corporate life. Fridays आप लोग थक के आते हो, full 5 weeks you have been subjected to torture in office, right? And then after that यहाँ आके, then at least थोड़ा, if when you laugh, then laughter relieves stress. So the whole idea of doing that was not to, teach Bollywood songs or anything like that. That's not. So this program, it's not a Bollywood program, but that's just my small way. That's my style of doing a program. So okay, so I do little bit कुछ ऐसा करता हूँ, so that then people जो बोलते हैं जागो सोने वालों. So that was the only reason for doing that. Otherwise, Bhagavad Gita is a very serious subject matter actually. In Kurukshetra, Krishna was not singing and entertaining Arjuna, right? Situation ऐसा था और हमके सबके जीवन में we all have our Kurukshetra, right? So, but that was a didactic style. So to make the didactic style little bit more interesting, so that then we tried to also ask questions. I'll sometimes say, come on, you all tell me, क्या discuss किया था? चलो, what are the different methods of devotional service? And some of you will say this point, that point, and you all participated very nicely in that. But उसमें क्या था? I never used to pick anyone. आपको ही answer करना है, आपको ही answer करना है. I think that we will not do as much as possible, so that you all have the freedom. We don't want to put anybody on the spot, even when we do that. So didactic में वो हुआ था. The second way of doing a program is called as whole class learning. Whole class learning में क्या होता है? Then the speaker, so let's say tomorrow कल आप लोग अगर सिखा रहे हो भगवत गीता, which will come, the day will come when all of you will be teaching, right? You all will be in this chair and others will be sitting there, right? वो दिन आएगा, definitely आएगा, right? So whole class discussion में क्या होता है? We ask people for points. The speaker says something and then the speaker tells everyone, okay, what do you think about it? ऐसा करके.
Very good.
हाँ, वो होता है, correct ना? Yeah. So, and the third is called experiential learning. Experiential learning में क्या होता है? There is a theme that is told. Okay, we are not the body, we are the spirit soul. And experiential learning में क्या होता है? We enact that through by doing some drama and things like that. We will try and do that methodology also. उसमें क्या होता है? We'll have group activities. For example, someday we will have a theme of maybe some Krishna Leela which has happened, and some of you can enact it here. So through that experiential learning, then क्या होता है? You are enacting it, and through that people are, others are observing, and everyone learns through that. So these are 3 ways: didactic, whole class discussion and experiential learning. For example, we tried to do experiential learning even in didactic. कौन सा example था? You remember I asked for a volunteer to come. I think you were the guinea pig, no? One of you, right? What is this finger? Aaron was there. Yes, Aaron was the guinea pig at that time, right? So what is this ear? What is this nose? That was an example of an experiential learning. Then we said what happened, and then everyone, all of you said that he was saying everything is mine, mine, mine. If everything is mine, that means where is he then? When did he say me? So that is an experiential learning. You're observing something through a demonstration and then you're learning. So ये सब methodology है, ठीक है? So ये जो spiritual edification है, this spiritual edification comes from a whole class discussion methodology rather than a didactic way of doing Bhagavad Gita. So we will try this. अगर ये इसमें कोई सुझाव है, suggestions है, all of you all have to do it in a better way, right? Then we can tweak this. This program ये आप लोगों के लिए है. We come here only to serve you. So you are the king. Okay? We are here to serve you. आप लोगों को कोई भी सुझाव है हमको दीजिए, and then we will tweak whatever that is required, so that we can serve you all better. Okay? At the end of the day, one thing is a reality which I think none of you will deny, that with every passing day हमारी उम्र घट रही है. दोबारा इस दुनिया में किसी माँ के कोख पे नहीं आना है वापस, because the world is, if you believe in the Bhagavatam, then the world is not going to become a better place. As we said, Mother Earth is going to produce life. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, Bhagavan himself is telling all these things. If you study Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita together, so God himself is saying this. Do not try to be comfortable in this jail, right? इस jail में it is meant to frustrate us, right? So this human form of life is extremely rare. बहुत दुर्लभ है ये मनुष्य जन्म, right? So this is the last opportunity we have to finish our cycle of birth, disease, old age and death. Last opportunity अपने पास. So वो choice अपने ही हाथ में है. So that is the only reason why we want to give this message to as many people in Melbourne as possible. What is the second reason that we give this message? That whoever gives this message to others, उसका seat guaranteed है plane में. Who is saying this? I am not saying. Krishna is saying. We will come to that verse also. एक दिन आप वो verse भी हम लोग करेंगे. Not by heart नहीं करना है. यहाँ recite करेंगे हम लोग साथ में, ठीक है? So वो करेंगे. आपको चाहिए तो by heart कर सकते हो लेकिन. So वो recite करेंगे. So slowly you will get familiar with the key messages from the Bhagavad Gita, key verses which Krishna is talking about. Krishna says that whoever explains this to others is very dear to me. And I know that all of you, many of you have actually shared with us. When I am taking prasadam, Hare Krishna, many of you have come and shared your attempts at giving this to others. And I'm sure all of you have very sincerely tried to give this message to others. Krishna will definitely recognize that. Whether the other person becomes devotee, okay, or stops talking to you, that वो अपने हाथ में नहीं है. हम लोग ने sincerely किया ना, जो भी अपने को हमको लगा उस वक्त for the benefit of others, we have done, right? So that is good. So keep continuing to do that. Do not worry about criticism. Criticism will come. If you tell Krishna conscious to someone, 10 खामियां तो निकालेंगे वो लोग. So do not worry about that. Go unfazed. Why we are doing it? We are doing it to please Krishna. So do it in a responsible way, right? Do it out of love and affection. And ठीक है, 19 भी some, because who will become devotee by when you all tell, who will become interested and come for the program and who will not come is not in your hands. वो उनके और उनके परमात्मा के बीच में है. One thing is definitely sure, based on my 23-25 years of experience in studying the scriptures and as well as in being in devotional life, one thing is very sure, you can take 100% guarantee. You are in this program because आप लोग ने बहुत अच्छा कर्म किया. You have done something very very good in many lifetimes in the past. Otherwise सत्संग में बैठ नहीं पाएंगे. People will go away. They will not sit in a satsang. If you are sitting here, it means that Krishna is inspiring you to sit. You be 100% sure about that. नहीं तो सत्संग नहीं मिलता है. बाहर सब मिलेगा, entertainment मिलेगा, food मिलेगा, music मिलेगा. You will get better music, more entertainment, more drums, everything will be there. But सत्संग उसी को मिलेगा इसकी तकदीर में. Krishna has ordained you to come and sit. Okay, that is the beauty of satsang. This I am telling you with my realization. Okay, eventually you will realize it, right? Okay, everyone okay with this? So shall we keep continuing the spiritual edification? Do I have your blessings to continue the spiritual edifications? Yeah? Okay, thank you. All right. So how are we going on time? थोड़ा आज late हो गया because of this. Please pardon me for that. 7:45, no? Yeah, we still have time. So today's verse for today. We will directly go to verse for today. Nobody needs to recite whatever was the homework for last week. आप लोग घर पे ही कर लीजिए वो. ठीक है? Verse for today. Okay. So I'll say one and one of you then lead, then give the leading to some other person. हम लोग 5 मिनट के लिए वर्स बोलते ही जाएंगे तो सबके मन में फिर एक फेमिलियरिटी तो आ जाएगा, राइट? एंड देन इफ यू वांट यू कैन बाय इट एट होम, दैट्स ऑल, ओवर. ओके, दिस इज अगेन दिस वीक्स वर्स इज फ्रॉम भगवद गीता चैप्टर 2. इफ यू सी लास्ट 2 वीक्स हम लोग ने क्या किया, चैप्टर 2 से ही किया. तो चैप्टर 2 में कृष्णा इज गिविंग वेरी वेरी बिग इंस्ट्रक्शंस अबाउट बॉडी एंड सोल. चैप्टर 2 पूरा भगवद गीता, व्हाट इज इट अबाउट? बॉडी एंड soul. And Krishna is telling, do not worry. How to look at death. Krishna is explaining to Arjun, what is your supreme duty, why you are not your body. So Krishna is here giving his first inspirational talk to Arjuna around why he should fight that battle. He is telling Arjun, you may think that you are firing the arrow and because of your arrow Bhishma is dead or Drona is dead. You may think like that, but Krishna is telling him, मूर्ख, मैंने ऑलरेडी उनका काल लिख दिया है, तुझे नाउ कोऑपरेट करना है या नहीं वो तेरे हाथ में. So Arjuna then later on after all these verses Arjuna realizes, he is saying that Krishna, you have very nicely explained to me that now I will never think that I am the doer of something. I am only what? Nimitta. What is nimitta matra? Nimitta means what? Instrument, media. I am just nimitta matra bhavya savya sachin. Savya sachin means who is ambidextrous. दोनों हाथ से बाण चला सकता था अर्जुन, right? So he was called as savya sachi, right? So nimitta matra. So these are all very powerful instructions. So second chapter से आज हम लोग, this is another beautiful nectar from Bhagavad Gita. Let's all do it together, okay? And somebody had given beautiful feedback last time that किसी को English में नहीं समझ में आ रहा था ना, संस्कृत देवनागरी. Who had given that feedback? Somebody gave you feedback and thank you for giving the feedback. We have incorporated Devanagari, जिसको जिन लोगों को it's easy to lead in that script. But does everyone have a printout? Because I see some people don't have the printout in their hand. Behind, प्रभु जी आपके पास है printout है ये? माता जी just ensure everyone has a copy. Thank you. Everyone has copy? Okay. We are all finished. All copies over. We have. Yeah. Go ahead and give it. Everyone has? Anyone doesn't have? Please raise your hand. Anyone doesn't have a paper in your hand? किसी के पास नहीं है पेपर? है? सबके पास है? Very good. Thank you. All right. We'll start. Okay. न जयते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् न जयते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Who wants to lead? देख के. You want to lead? Go ahead. न जयते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्. नहीं once only.
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Anyone else wants to lead from Prabhuji's side? Anyone? Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You want to try? Okay. You also lead, then next up, KJ. Okay.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित्
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
न्यायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयम्
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः.
अजो नित्यं शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणे
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
न हन्यते न हन्यमाने शरीरे.
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Thank you, Prabhu.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित्
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः.
अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Anyone? Yes, Ti Mataji. Yeah, behind.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः.
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Please, mic उधर पास कर दीजिए अंकल.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिनम्
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
न्यायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः.
अजो नित्य शाश्वतो अयं पुराणो
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे. Okay, we'll read the translation now. For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. Krishna himself is telling Arjuna. He has not come into being, he does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. So maybe one or two people can read the translation who could not read this English man. Go ahead.
For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
Yeah. Anyone from the Mataji side? Yes, go ahead.
For the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
Mataji, you wanted to read? Wait.
For the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
Thank you. Wonderful. All right. So that was our key memory verse for today. Okay. Let's move to Japa section now. Sri Namamrita, the nectar of the holy name. Okay. Again, someone from Mataji's side wants to read, who has not yet read. Yeah. You want the mic? Mic दीजिए ना उनको. Not that one. The paragraph below. Sri Namamrita, the nectar of the holy name.
It is said that this age of Kali.
No, can you read the first line, Mataji, if you don't mind? Sri Namamrita, the nectar of holy name. The lack, उसमें से है ना पर एक line.
Lack of religious principles in Kali Yuga is more than compensated by the process of chanting the holy name. It is said that this age of Kali is 3/4 devoid of religious principles. Hardly 1/4 of the principles of the religion are still observed in this age. But by the mercy of Lord Krishna, this vacancy of Lord Krishna has not only been completely filled, but the religious process has been made so easy that simply by rendering transcendental loving service into Lord Krishna by chanting his holy name,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
one can achieve the highest result of religion, namely being transferred to the highest planet within the spiritual world, Golok
Vrindavan.
Golok Vrindavan. That Krishna, the supreme personality of
This passage is taken from that book, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by Prabhupada. Okay, and where is the Prabhupada taking that passage, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from? He is taking from Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto. Okay, Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead book, is a summary of the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so that's why it's from. So, as Prabhuji hands over beats, I'll just explain this little bit, just for a minute or so. It is said that this age of Kali is 3/4 devoid of religious principles. Now you'll say 3/4 क्यों लिखा गया है यहाँ पे, right? So there are 4 principles, religious principles. Well, there are 4 religious principles. There are 4 pillars on which dharma stands. There are 4 pillars on which dharma stands. धर्म जो है वो 4 पिलर को क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में? Forgot. स्तंभ में खड़ा हुआ है. ओके, स्तंभों में खड़ा हुआ है धर्म. वो स्तंभ जब टूट जाते हैं, when those pillars are broken, then what happens? The whole dharmic system collapses. Is that clear? Yeah. Now, what are the 4 pillars? If you want, you can buy heart it. Mercy, MERCY, or you can write down at the back of your book if you want to. Okay, mercy. Then austerity, cleanliness, and truthfulness. These are the 4 pillars, 4 stambh on which dharma is standing. I'll repeat. Okay, and I'll teach you a shortcut also to buy it. Okay, mercy, austerity, cleanliness, and truthfulness. Okay? How do you remember it? I remembered it like this, but you can remember it. I remember Maulana Azad College of Technology, Bhopal. Right? Anyone from Bhopal here? I don't know. Okay, because when I joined, after my engineering, I had a friend from MACT Bhopal. वो पूरा कार्ड लेके घूमता था कंपनी में, MACT Bhopal, like that. So when I heard this, I realized MACT वाला याद आया मुझे. Okay. Now if this MACT is easy for you, by M for mercy, A for austerity, C for T for okay. Now it is not so difficult to forget. Okay, MACT, MACT. Let's make a pact. Let's make a MACT. Okay. So MACT. तो किसी को आप बोल भी रहे हो ना, you can tell them. I'll tell you when this question is why this is important. Why Prabhupada is giving this paragraph. It is said that whether something is sin, कुछ पाप है या पाप नहीं है, it is very incumbent on a specific situation. For example, let us say somebody comes and tells that A has killed B. Is it paap or punya? I don't know. What if B was trying to molest A and A was a lady and B was trying to take advantage of a lady who was alone, and therefore in self-defense? So can we conclude just because we hear this one statement, A killed B? No, A is a murderer. इसके कितने कुछ situations हो सकते हैं life में. So therefore, it is said that everything is very time, place and circumstance. Karma is what? Based on time, place and circumstance. Okay. For example, A can be a soldier and B could be a terrorist who is firing from the Taj Hotel, and A killed B. Now you will say, अरे नहीं यार, उसको तो सल्यूट करना चाहिए, तो देशभक्त है वो, जान देने के लिए तैयार था वो. He went and fought in the battlefield. Such people are glorious, right? Because they are the people who are protecting our country, right? So therefore we cannot pass a judgment, right or wrong. So Krishna says everything is very circumstantial, right? But at the end of the day, it is also possible someone can take the gun and fire someone because of a political rivalry. Then does it become sin? 100% yes, because you are doing it for political power, right? Not out of any dharma, right? So therefore Krishna is giving these 4 points: mercy, austerity, cleanness. Why he is giving that is because he says that regardless of something may be circumstantial or not, 4 things are always considered as sin or पाप. उसके लिए कोई justification हो ही नहीं सकता दुनिया में. What are the 4 things? Meat eating, intoxication, alcohol, illicit sex and gambling. Nobody can justify this. Nobody can justify this, right? Why they are doing that? Except for saying that मुझे टेस्ट अच्छा लगता है इसके लिए मैं खाता हूँ, मुझे लगा मूड डाउन था पी लिया, That's all they can say. They cannot say मैं धर्म की रक्षा करने के लिए कर रहा हूँ. Nobody will say like that, right? It's okay if somebody is doing it. Obviously, different people will need different, some time will come in everyone's life when somebody may want to give up something, right? But Granthas are clearly saying that this activity will be marked as a sin. That person may not be a sinful person, but that act will be qualified as sin because that person otherwise may be a very good person also. Correct? It doesn't mean that person who takes alcohol is bad person. We don't say that. You can't say that. Maybe the person who is not, suppose something is happening wrong. I'm again taking this example. Suppose a lady is getting molested. Okay? And there are 2 people. One is a vegetarian, teetotaler, daru hi nahi piya hai, but he looks at it and just walks away. Another fellow, he may be taking alcohol, but that person says that, I will go and protect. Or maar 4 thappad lagaya usko and protected the lady. So he may be having good qualities also. So we are not talking about whether a person is good or bad, because that is judgmental and we don't have any right to pass any judgment on anybody. Right? People have, in Kali Yuga it is said, the demon as well as the pious reside within the same personality. That is the beauty of Kali Yuga. हमारे अंदर दोनों भी हैं. In fact, there is a chapter in Bhagavad Gita called as the divine and demonic natures. ये दोनों भी हमारे अंदर reside करता है. Now, one very big saint in ISKCON, he once told that all of us within our heart have a good dog as well as a bad dog. Okay, it is which dog to feed, that is our choice. That choice Krishna will not take away. We can feed the bad dog always, or we can feed the good dog, or we can feed bad dog 60%, good dog 40% within ourselves. So this is what he said. And I thought it was a very profound example. So now, why it is said these 4 things are prohibited? Because it is said that meat eating destroys the virtue of compassion. M-A-C-T. C was C for what? C for compassion. Right? No, sorry. Mercy. Sorry, I made a mistake. It kills the quality of mercy. Right? Mercy on animals. It kills that quality. So it kills that number 1 tower, chala gaya, ud gaya. Right? Intoxication kills the quality of austerity. Austerity means what? जैसा कल एकादशी है ना, एकादशी में we are doing fasting, right? We are trying to control our senses so that the senses don't dominate us and we are in control. A person who can control his senses is called as what? Goswami, right? Such a person only can be liberated if we are in control of our senses. If senses are driving us everywhere, मूड आया यार क्या करूं यार, बहुत तलब लगा था, 4 लगा ही दिया, पी लिया मैंने, देन सच अ पर्सन कैन नॉट बी ट्रस्टेड. वो कुछ भी कर सकता है, करेक्ट. और ड्रग्स लेके माँ बाप को भी मार सकता है वो. मैं क्या करूं, माँ बाप को मार दिया. बिकॉज वी हैव सीन इन इंडिया, ना, यू हैव सीन इन द न्यूज़पेपर्स, इट्स हैपनिंग. पीपल आर किलिंग देयर ओन पेरेंट्स फॉर ड्रग्स, राइट. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? वी आर अलाउइंग आवर माइंड एंड सेंसेस टू कंट्रोल अस. तो हम लोग अब तक जीवन के कंट्रोल में नहीं रहेंगे कभी भी. ओनली माइंड, जैसा बोला, वी विल बी फ्लोइंग अलॉन्ग विद द वेव्स ऑफ द माइंड. सो एंड ऑलरेडी माइंड परेशान कर रहा है, ऊपर से मैंने पी रखी है. ऑलरेडी वी आर इन इल्यूजन इन दिस वर्ल्ड. वर्ल्ड इज ऑलरेडी गिविंग अस माया. उसके ऊपर मैंने पी भी लिया है ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट. माय मदर यूज्ड टू गिव दिस एग्जांपल टू मी. शी सेड इन तमिल, शी सेड व्हाट, आई विल ट्रांसलेट इन इंग्लिश बिकॉज तमिल एवरीवन विल नॉट नो. शी सेज अ मैड मंकी व्हिच हैज बीन गिवन अल्कोहल. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, monkey has got what tendency? वो एक जगह में बैठ नहीं सकता है. उसको if you give one banana, no, the monkey will not eat that banana. It will take one bite from the banana and it will look at snatching another banana. अरे है ना तेरे हाथ में banana भाई. This is called as what? The greed of a monkey. Never satisfied. Even if you have enough, you're looking at उसके हाथ में क्या है, you know, like that. So this is, so a monkey, already a monkey has this tendency. On top of that, that monkey is mad. तो अभी तो पूछो ही मत. Right? And on top of that, you have given it alcohol. Now, how will it behave? Correct? So, this is how Kali Yuga is. So, already we are under illusion in this world. On top of that, if we further create illusion for ourselves, if we live in a dream world, saying that गम भुलाने के लिए मैंने ले लिया यार, बस दुनिया ही भूल जाता हूँ. अरे दुनिया को भूल मत, दुनिया को याद रख, तो वापस नहीं आएगा इधर. Right? दुनिया को भूल के, what are you doing? दुनिया तुझे नहीं भूलेगी. You will have to come back into this world. Okay? So therefore, it kills the quality of austerity, ability to control our senses, right? Then the third is what? Cleanliness. Cleanliness is not about just taking external bath and putting perfume, right? Cleanliness is about internal cleanliness, right? In Hindi, there was, in our olden day movies, there was this one dialogue. One fellow, he always used to give this dialogue, मुंह में राम बगल में चूरी. He used to say like that, right? So this is called as what? Externally you are saying what? Ram, 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 Ram. But inside you are harboring some ill intent for somebody. So cleanliness is about, but what Krishna sees, he sees your interior cleanliness. That is what is intention. Intention is a manifestation of internal purity, right? So what happens? Illicit sex, which means if the lady is not chaste to the husband, or if the husband is not loyal to the wife, this kills the quality of what? This is a function of internal cleanliness and integrity, right? Therefore, that is the third pillar of dharma, right? If you study Bhagavad Gita, it will say one of the reason, what is the main reason why Karna also was, is condemned? Because he supported the Vastraharan of Draupadi. He did not stand up. बाकी टाइम बड़ा बड़े डिंगे मार रहा था, धर्म का. But ये जब हुआ तब he did not stand up. He supported Duryodhana. Right? When she was in public, she was insulted, right? And the fourth one is what? Truthfulness. What happens? What is the last point? Gambling. Gambling kills the quality of truthfulness. Because what happens? Gambling means you are relying on luck to survive. You are not relying on your work and legitimately what comes from your work. You are trying to circumvent your karma by thinking that भगवान तू मुझे इतना ही देगा, मैं बताओ तो ना गैम्बलिंग स्लॉट में डाल के. What happens? Eventually, person is ruined. We had one devotee in our temple. That person was a brahmachari. Okay, वो मंदिर में he became he actually was going towards monkhood in the temple. But later on, he decided he will marry. But he married a very nice devotee, and both of them are settled right now in some outskirts of Melbourne. You know what his job was? He used to tell us all these things. He used to work in Crown Casino in the gambling section. And his job was to encourage people to come and gamble more. What is that? Business development officer. right? So he said, he told so many stories to us, but he said the common thread story एक ही है. Gambling से कोई आदमी अमीर नहीं बना है, because that fellow Kerry Packer, जिसने भी बनाया Crown Casino, he is not an idiot. He knows it's a business development. कोई business घाटे का सौदा नहीं करेगा. He is not Tukaram in charity business, right? So he says people come, they will make you win. Initially what happens? They will make you win. पैसे ही पैसे मिलते रहेंगे, फिर लत लग जाएगी. जब लत लग जाएगी, तब से क्या होगा? विनाश काले, then down. He says people have gambled their houses in front of me and the wife has come crying next day. पूरा सब चला गया, एक रात में चला गया. Husband has gone and उड़ा दिया पूरा पैसा फैमिली का. Years people have spent millions उड़ा दिया गैम्बलिंग में, millions. हम लोग तो फिर भी बोल रहे हैं, हमारा $15 घूमता है तो भी टेंशन आता है. इधर $10. Millions they just lose just like that and they come to the road from riches. घर वर दांव पे लगा के करते हैं. So that kills. That is why it is said, ये चार चीज कभी भी never. Meat eating, illicit sex. So these are the 4 pillars. Okay. Sorry, I took a little bit time, but I thought this is useful. Now let's do chanting. Now what does Prabhupada say? By chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Even if we have any of these vices today, and apne balboote pe, if we are not able to overcome it, the name of Krishna, if it's on the tongue, apne aap nikal jayega. Easy, right? Okay. That is now with that mode we will chant. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. So we can even meditate on one anartha if we have anything. It could be even lust, anger, greed, envy, pride, anything if we have. No, today we'll pray. Every time when we chant, we'll pray that भगवान ये मेरा अनर्था निकाल देना. मैं chant कर रही हूँ अभी और कर रहा हूँ, ये मेरे को help कीजिए. Thank you. हरे कृष्ण. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. So anyone wants to share if they have increased their chanting or anyone has started chanting? It's up to you. Absolutely voluntary. Anybody wants to share anything about chanting? Anything that is changing in your life or anything, any good experiences, any bad experiences after chanting? Anything you can share. Nobody? So, okay, whenever you feel like you can share. Okay? Alright, so we'll go to the next section now. What I'll do, I'll try and adjust this material in such a way that we get more time to chant. Right? पूरा एक राउंड करेंगे तो अच्छा लगेगा ना? हाँ? ऐसा करते हैं next time सर. मैं थोड़ा सोचने दो, मैं थोड़ा इसको adjust कर देता हूँ, tweak करके रखता हूँ. Standard material को भी change करना पड़ेगा. Customize. Okay. Spiritual edification by Srila Prabhupada. From the Science of Self-Realization. This is a book written by Srila Prabhupada called as Science of Self-Realization. So this extract is from that book. Who has written this book? His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. What does A.C. stand for? Anyone know? A.C. क्या है? Abhay Charan. Yes, that was Prabhupada's name in childhood. Very nice book. Okay, Abhay Charan. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Okay. Now what we'll do? We'll have people read. We'll go in sequence like this. Okay. Prabhuji, you read one paragraph, then next person automatically picks up. Like that, पूरा ऐसा घूम के आएंगे. One paragraph.
The transcendental vibration established by the chanting of
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare
is the sublime method of reviving our transcendental consciousness.
As living souls, we are all original Krishna conscious entities. But due to our association with matter from time immemorial, our consciousness is now adulterated by the material atmosphere.
The material atmosphere in which we are living is called Maya or illusion. Maya means that which is not and what is the illusion. The illusion is that we are all trying to be lords of material nature, while actually we are under the grip of her stringent laws. When a servant artificially trying to imitate the all-powerful masters, he is said to be an illusion.
We are trying to exploit the research of the material nature, but actually we are becoming more and more
entangled
in her
complexity.
Therefore, although we are
engaged in the heart, struggle to constant natures, we are the ever depend on her. This illusion struggle against the material nature can be stopped at once by the revival of our Krishna consciousness.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare is the Go ahead, Prabhuji.
It's the transcendental process for reviving this original pure consciousness. By chanting this transcendental vibration, we can cleanse away all misgivings within our hearts. The basic principle of such misgivings is the false consciousness that I am the Lord of all I survey.
Krishna consciousness is not an artificial imposition of the mind. This consciousness is the original natural energy of the living entity. When we hear this transcendental vibration, this consciousness is revived.
The simplest method of meditation is recommended for this age. By practical experience also, one can perceive that by chanting this Maha Mantra or the great chanting of deliverance, one can at once feel a transcendental ecstasy coming through from the spiritual stratum.
As such, this chanting should be heard from the lips of a pure devotee of the Lord, so that immediate effects can be achieved. As far as possible, chanting from the lips of non-devotees should be avoided. Milk touched by the lips of a serpent has poisonous effects.
The word Hara is a form of addressing the energy of the Lord, and the words Krishna and Rama are forms of addressing the Lord himself.
The material energy called Maya is also one of the multi
there's a spelling mistake.
Multi energies of the Lord. And we are also the energy, the marginal energy of the Lord.
The living entities are superior to material energy. When the superior energy is in contact with inferior energy, an incompatible situation arises. But when the superior marginal energy is in contact with the superior energy, Hara, it is established in its happy, normal condition.
These three words clearly, Hara, Krishna, and Rama, are the transcendental seeds of the Maha Mantra. The chanting is the spiritual call for the Lord and His energy to give protection to the conditioned soul. This chanting is like the genuine cry of a child for its mother's presence. Mother Hara helps the devotees achieve the Supreme Father's grace, and the Lord reveals Himself to a devotee who chants this mantra sincerely.
No other means of spiritual realization is as effective in this stage of call and hypocrisy as the chanting of Maha Mantra
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So we'll take around 3 to 4 minutes to quickly go through the passages, and you can jot down, and then we can open it for discussion. Okay. Everyone has a pen, no? So discovery questions, those who are new to this format, discovery questions are those for which the answer is already there in the paragraph. Understanding ka bhi hoga paragraph mein, but you can also add something more of what you have understood in addition to what is explicitly written in the paragraph. And application question ke answer paragraph mein nahi hai, that is your own realization. Okay. Ready for discussion? Good. So discovery question number 1. If you want to answer, anybody can answer, okay? What does the Hare Krishna mantra do to our consciousness? Just raise your hand and yes, Kunal Prabhu.
Prabhu, I think it's in the answer in the 5th paragraph.
Okay.
Where it starts from Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. It's a transcendental process for reviving the original pure consciousness. By chanting this transcendental vibration, we can cleanse away all the misgiving with our hearts. The basic principle of all the misgiving is the false consciousness that I am the Lord and I also be. And the followed one is the crux which is being asked. Is that the Krishna consciousness is not an artificial imposition on the mind. The consciousness is original, natural energy of living entity. When we hear the transcendental, the consciousness is revived. So that's the key.
Very good, very good. Yeah, got it very nicely. But it's also there in the opening statement itself, last line. Sublime method for reviving our transcendental consciousness. So the revive do baar, niche bhi aa raha, upar bhi aa raha. Okay. So that is reviving. So it will revive our consciousness. Revive our what consciousness? Transcendental. What is transcendental? All of you are now experts at that. What do you mean by transcendental? That which is beyond the 3 modes. जो 3 गुणों के बाहर हो, transcendental. Okay? So it revives that consciousness because that is what is our soul. Originally the soul is not subjugated by Satgun, Rajagun and Tamagun. Soul is what? Satchit Ananda. Right? So what happens when we chant this mantra, whatever gandh, mail is there, वो सब wash out हो जाता है. Okay. Why is our Krishna consciousness adulterated now? Let's take the part A of the question. Why our yes, Madhu? Why is it adulterated now? Second paragraph में है देखिए.
Our consciousness is adulterated now due to our association with matter from time immemorial and by the material atmosphere that we are in.
Very nice.
And the next part is why. What do we think?
1 minute. We'll just 1 minute. We'll go to the next part. But good. Thank you for the first part. So just like if you catch a rain water, it's pure, ऊपर. But the moment वो मिट्टी के साथ मिल जाता है, क्या हो जाता है? It's called as muck, right? Nobody wants to step on that. But otherwise, rainwater is very pure. It is said that a chakora bird directly drinks rainwater from the sky. Pure water is that, right? So that is what happens to us also. Our soul is what? Like the pure rainwater. But when it comes in contact with material energy, and we will discuss more about this material energy aspect later on. Just right now understand, material energy is that which covers your true identity. Right? Right? Material energy is that which covers your true identity. So when we come in contact with the material energy, then our consciousness, which is pure, becomes polluted. Okay? So that much way. Okay, Madaji, part B. Yeah, boliye, continue. What do we think wrongly in this consciousness?
So, we start we get into Maya or illusion, and we start believing in that which is not. The illusion is that we are all trying to be lords of material nature, while actually we are under the grip of her stringent laws. When a servant artificially tries to imitate the all-powerful master, he is said to be in an illusion.
Very good. That is the answer for this. Okay. So what do we wrongly think in this consciousness? That we are the master or lord. Main hi Bhagwan hu. I am the supreme controller. That is what we think. But actually we are nothing. We are not in control of anything, right? Right. So therefore that's how Maya makes us think that we are self-made men. That whatever we earn, it is because मैंने मेहनत किया है, मैंने खड़ा किया है. ये सब मैं. I am the doer. I am the lord of all I survey. All this is that kachra. Yes.
Example.
Yes.
मैंने घर को पकड़ा है या घर ने मुझको पकड़ा है.
Yes, very good.
It's my house, but
Yeah.
as much as you think it's your house, you
Yeah.
can't let it go.
Exactly.
It keeps that entanglement that happens.
Beautiful point. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. Very good. Understanding. What happens when we try to exploit material energy? Okay. Anyone else wants to try who has not tried? Yes. Go ahead.
By exploiting the resources of material nature, we are becoming more and more entangled in our complexities. Therefore, although we are engaged in the hard struggle to conquer nature, we are ever dependent on her. This illusory struggle against material nature can be stopped at once by revival of a Krishna consciousness.
That is the second question. Okay, but it's okay. Good. Very nice. Good. Very nice. You spotted it very well. Anyone else wants to add anything to this? What happens when we try to exploit material energy?
We get more into it.
We get more
Into
it. So I'll give you an example, which is saintly personalities, they have given. They said once upon a time, what happens? People wanted to go somewhere, you know that what is rowing, na? नदियाँ पार करके जाना है. So they all sat down. So चलते हैं हम लोग, उस पार जाते हैं. So everyone sat down, and full night what happens? They were rowing, right? And then what happened in the morning? They saw they were in the same place. You know why? Because वो anchor निकालने को भूल गया. They didn't remove the anchor. So whatever devotional life we try to progress, if we still hold on to, as Mataji rightly pointed out, the material attachments, जब तक वो है, to that extent we will progress slowly. But what happens? The process of bhakti is itself so good, it will automatically give us a higher purpose in life behind only chasing our material attachment. So bhakti is the process by which वो anchor जो है ना, जिसके वजह से वापस आना पड़ता है, वो anchor क्या हो जाता है, धीरे धीरे उखड़ जाता है. Then the soul gets liberated, from the material tabernacle or the material entanglement. वो जकड़ से बाहर आ जाते हैं. That's what it says. Okay, let's move forward. How can we stop this great struggle over material energy? By reviving our Krishna consciousness. That's how we can stop our struggle over material energy. Now, why do you think? How will it happen? Krishna consciousness से material energy से बाहर कैसे आते हैं? By meditation, by meditating on the Lord's holy names, Hare Krishna, we come out. But how does it actually happen? By cleansing the gandh which is there inside that. What is that process called as? Go back to your earlier. So क्या बोलते हैं? Anartha Nivritti. So you remember Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, फिर भजन क्रिया. जब भजन करते हैं हरे कृष्णा तो क्या होता है? This is what is mentioned in this. Okay, वही lesson दूसरे रूप में आ रहा है. That's all. Okay. So consolidate your learning now. Okay. So that is called Anartha Nivritti. That's what it happens. The other thing is Krishna is called as what? Bhagwan Krishna, he has got many names. One of his names is what? Rishikesh. Right? I remember I explained this before also. What does Rishikesh? Bhagwan ko Rishikesh naam kyun hai? Because he can help us control our senses. He can bless us such that we are in control of our senses. Right? So therefore he is called Rishikesh. So by calling out to Lord Krishna always, what we are doing? We are telling him, oh Lord, I am helpless. मैं अपने बलबूते पे नहीं कर पाऊंगा. I may not be able to do it on my own, with my own abilities, because certain things are just beyond me in life. I am not able to control these things, but Lord, I surrender to you. Draupadi did what? When did the clock start coming? When she raised both her hands and stopped thinking that she is the defender. We are neither the creator, nor we are the maintainer, nor we are the defender, right? We have to put our effort. It doesn't mean Draupadi बोला अच्छा ठीक है जो करना है करो. Krishna, you know it. She did her effort. But after that, what she did? She raised her hand. So both are required. It doesn't mean Draupadi should not defend herself only, right? That is why Bhagavan, what it says, you know, there is I remember I told you about Damodar Leela. Did I tell you about that? You remember we sang Damodar Ashtaka? Namameshwaram Sachi. You remember that? Usme when Bhagavan is trying to, when Yashoda mother is trying to bind Krishna, always the rope is what? 2 fingers short. But what is Krishna trying to do? Tell that 2 fingers are what? One stands for our effort, and when Krishna sees our sincere effort, then what does he do? He gives his mercy, and by his mercy we can easily overcome the material grip. Any bad habits, vices, vandal, jagada, lafda, anything can be overcome if we put sincere effort and pray to God. We can put effort and not pray to him. Then Krishna does not interfere. He says, okay, beta, तो खुद के बलबूते पर करना चाहता है, ठीक है. Based on your karma, you will get that result. Sometimes you will get good results also. You can get into IIT JEE, you can get All India number 10 also, rank, without being a devotee. But that's coming to you because of your karma. But when you pray to Krishna, then what happens? He will give it to you if it is good for you, and he will not give it to you even despite your best efforts if it is not good for you. Does it make sense? For example, air ticket मैं book किया. Krishna, please, I have to go to India. Please give me the air ticket. And Krishna did not give it to you. And then you hear that the plane crashed. Then you will, Bhagavan, thank you. No? Till that time you will not thank him, right? So as a Krishna will not give it to you if it is not good for you. Okay. What explain the meaning of the Mahamantra? Anyone from this side explain meaning of Mahamantra? Yes, Mataji.
The Mahamantra word Hara is a form of addressing the energy of Lord. The word Krishna and Ram are the forms of addressing the Lord himself.
Very nice, beautiful. Anyone else wants to add? Yes.
The Lord and his energy to give protection to the conditioned soul. This chanting is like a genuine cry of a child for its mother's presence. The mother cry helps the devotee achieve the Supreme Father's grace and the Lord's rival.
Beautiful, very good, very nice. So, remember your childhood, right? When you did something stupid and you are afraid father is going to now give slap. अभी बहुत थप्पड़ लगने वाली है घर में, right? Then what does the child do? Goes to the mother. तो थोड़ा ठंडा कीजिए ना, ऑफिस में आके सीधा मारना शुरू करेंगे. Report card 2 out of 10 gone. Remember those days, right? So what happened? The child goes to the mother. Mother बोलता है okay ठीक है पापा को मैं संभालती हूँ. So that is Hara. That is what? Hara. Hara is the feminine energy of the Lord, which can subdue even Bhagavan also. Who subdues Krishna? Radharani, right? Therefore, when we are saying Hara, but in Sanskrit when we say it, it becomes Hare, Hare Krishna. So Hare is what? None other than Radharani. So we are telling our mother, Ma, Krishna is very kanjus. Krishna is actually very kanjus. Okay, he doesn't give his love to anyone, because what happens? If we become pure devotees of Krishna, we can control him. We can control the Lord, because a devotee can control the Lord, right? So Krishna does not give it cheaply to anyone. And Krishna ka standards are very high. So Krishna will say, nahi, but Radharani will say, हे मराठी विषय आपलाच माणूस आहे घेऊन टाका ना आता यू नो करेक्ट अपना ही आदमी है ले लो ये ताप तय लाइक दैट सो व्हाट डज डू राधा रानी डू 19-20 जो है ना साधना ठीक नहीं है मटेरियल अटैचमेंट्स है राधा रानी पुट्स रिकमेंडेशन टू कृष्णा व्हाट इज दिस यार अभी इतना किया है ना व्हाई यू आर ऑलवेज निट पिकिंग अभी देख इतना तो किया 70 मार्क लेके आया ना 2 आउट ऑफ 10 लाया ना 0 तो नहीं लाया पिछला एग्जाम में 0 लाया था और कॉलेज से सस्पेंड भी हुआ था अभी एटलीस्ट पढ़ाई शुरू किया 2 आउट ऑफ 10 लेके आया अभी ले लो ना यार क्या अभी नाटक चल रहा है नहीं मैं नहीं बोलती तुमसे अच्छा ठीक है भाई भेजो उसको दैट्स व्हाट हैपेंस राइट सो दिस इज द पावर ओनली ऑफ श्रीमती राधा रानी दैट्स व्हाई वी यूज हरे कृष्णा somebody asked also ओम नमो नारायणाय ओम doesn't give that mercy which hara can do because there is a Allahadini Shakti of the Lord which has got the power to even control the Lord. Om cannot control the Lord but Hara can control, it can influence the Hara means special intervention. भगवान बोलते हैं ठीक है मेरे को जो भी है ले लो चलो like that that's what it means right that's why Hare is introduced and Krishna and Ram are what the names of Lord Krishna and Ram refers to what there are 3 aspects of Ram. What does Ram? One is it can refer to Lord Ramachandra also, okay, who is none other than Krishna. So you can chant in that mood also, or you can chant in the mood of Balaram. He is also called as Ram. But the third common definition of Ram is means supreme enjoyer. Ram wo jo raman kare. So we are telling the Lord, oh Lord, I am not the enjoyer, you are the enjoyer. So you are acknowledging that, oh Lord, ओ एनर्जी ऑफ द लॉर्ड ओ माते थोड़े अपने पतिदेव से जरा प्लीज हेल्प मी क्रॉस ओवर दिस संसार सागर हाउ कैन वी क्रॉस ओवर संसार सागर बाय सर्विंग बाय डूइंग सर्विस फॉर कृष्णा एंड हु इज कंट्रोल्स ऑल कृष्णा सर्विसेज सर्विस मिलना है तो किसके पास जाना पड़ता है राधा रानी बिकॉज सब सर्विसेज उनके पास है शी गिव्स एवरीवन देयर सर्विसेज मंदिर में भी वी प्रे टू राधा रानी प्लीज मेरा सर्विस मत ले लेना मेरे से एक ही चीज डंका कर रहा हूँ इस दुनिया में पैदा होने के बाद पूरा टाइम पैसा के पीछे भागा प्रेस्टीज के पीछे भागा पूरा जिंदगी कुछ नहीं मिला कुछ मिलने वाला भी नहीं है मौत आने वाला है करेक्ट सब छोड़ के जाने वाला हूँ कोई नहीं पूछेगा राइट सो द ओनली थिंग विच वी आर गोइंग टू कैरी फ्रॉम दिस वर्ल्ड इज अवर स्पिरिचुअल क्रेडिट एंड वी डोंट वांट टू कम बैक ऑन टॉप ऑफ दैट इवन इफ वी कम बैक वी शुड गेट बर्थ इन अ devotee family or at least a wealthy family where we don't have to work very hard, we can comfortably do our bhakti, right? So all this can be enabled by Srimati Radharani. That's why Hare Krishna. What makes the living entity happy? Okay, part A of the question. Who wants to answer? What makes the living entity happy? Understanding question number 4. It is there in the last paragraph of second last paragraph in page 1.
When the superior marginal energy touches the eternal superior energy,
Yes.
makes you.
Very nice. Beautiful. Anyone else wants to add?
And then you can become superior marginal energy by chanting.
Yes, very good. हाँ ये बाउंसर गया होगा किसी को व्हाट इज सुपीरियर मार्जिनल क्या चल रहा है इधर राइट आई विल मेक इट वेरी सिंपल प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड दिस इज वेरी इजी ध्यान से सुनना देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ एनर्जीज सुपीरियर एनर्जी इंफीरियर एनर्जी व्हाट इज मार्जिन वो है जो बीच में होता है ना लेफ्ट हैंड साइड ना लेकिन बचपन में वी शो राइट ना माय मदर ऑलवेज से मार्जिन में मत लिख I used to write everything margin के ऊपर ही लिखता था मैं question number left hand side of the margin but everything else will be on the right hand side of the margin. So margin means na उस side na ये side. So we are all called as what? Marginal energy of the Lord. Why? Because Bhagwan is what? Superior. He has got 3 energies. Superior energy is Bhagwan. Jiva Tattvas, we all are what? Jiva Tattvas, we are not Bhagwan, right? That is called Mayavad philosophy, which says that we are all Bhagwan. We are not Bhagwan. We are qualitatively one with Bhagwan, but we are not Bhagwan. Otherwise, we will not be subjugated. Maya cannot subjugate Bhagavan. Maya can only subjugate Jiva Tattva. So we are all what? We are all Jiva Tattva. We are all qualitatively, we have come from him qualitatively. Just like, I remember that Pacific Ocean. If you take a test tube and take it to the Pacific Ocean, that water is the Pacific Ocean only, but it is still not the, एक तरीके से वही Pacific Ocean है, ऐसे अनेक अनेक बूंद बन के सागर बना है, right? So that is representative. Qualitatively it is Pacific Ocean, but it doesn't mean उसके अंदर डूब मर सकते हैं. और if you throw it at someone, somebody will die. अरे टेस्ट ट्यूब में Pacific Ocean पूरा फेंक दिया मेरा ऊपर, मर गया मैं तो. It will not happen like that, correct? So it is Pacific Ocean and it is not Pacific Ocean also. So qualitative oneness with the Lord. But Bhagavan is the superior energy. What is inferior energy? Matter. Matter is what? Inferior energy. ये जो है ना ये, this is जड़ वस्तु. This is inferior energy. There is no soul here. Right? This is inferior energy of the Lord. Everything is inferior energy that we see around us. Right? Which doesn't have chitta shakti, consciousness. That is made of what? Inferior energy. A cricket bat is made of inferior energy. But Tendulkar is marginal energy. Marginal energy. Because who is Tendulkar? He is Jiva Tattva. Like all of us. We are all Jiva Tattvas. Right? So Jiva Tattva को marginal क्यों बोला जाता है? Margin means this Jiva Tattva, which all of us are, we have a choice all the time. We have a choice to write on the left hand side of the margin or write on the right hand side of the margin. वो choice भगवान नहीं लेते हैं अपने से. Right? What do good children do? Right on the right hand side of the margin. So we have a choice to continue our dalliance with matter, or dalliance means to do our dance with matter. माया आ रहा हूं मैं और पैसा देना और ग्रेट बना मेरे को. This is called as what? Dalliance with matter, which is the inferior energy. हम वहां भी जा सकते हैं या हम यहां भी आ सकते हैं. Instead of going that side, we can say, Krishna, I will turn to you now. Rather than turning to Maya, your inferior energy, I will now turn to you. So one who turns away from the Lord, मुख, जो अपना मुख है ना, उसको हम भगवान से फेर लेके inferior energy को देखते हैं, तो what are we called as? बाहिर्मुखी. And जब भगवान को देखते हैं तो हमको क्या बोलते हैं? अंतर्मुखी. Right? So अंतर्मुखी is engaging with the superior energy of the Lord. This is engaging with the inferior energy of the Lord. So when we chant, what are we engaging with? The superior energy of the Lord. So that's what it means. So what makes, okay, why does the Mahamantra make one happy? What is the answer to that?
If no other means of spiritual realization is effective in
Yes.
this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, is the chanting of the Mahamantra.
Okay, very nice. So the Mahamantra makes us happy because though there is nothing else anyway which is going to make us eternally happy. That's one observation from the paragraph. Is there any other observation in addition to that? Why does the Mahamantra make us happy? It is there in the last line of the first page. Happy normal. Can you see that? I don't want to give away the answer. Hara, it is established what? The soul is established in normal happy condition. The Mahamantra, what does it do? हमारे जीवन में दुख क्यों आता है? Usually it comes off because of attachment to matter. ये attachment है ना, जो मोह माया. This moha maya is what? This is what is binding us and giving us what? Distress in this material world. It gives us distress. Right? The moment we let go of this moha maya, artificially नहीं होने वाला है. For example, एक बंदर, if you see, not a बंदर, maybe you can say बंदर also, but you have seen Tarzan, मोगली देखा है आपने बचपन में? वो क्या करता है मोगली? He goes, वैसा जंप करके जाता है ना एक जगह में. But you will see that before he jumps, he has already decided कौन सा branch को hold करना है. यहाँ भी छोड़ दिया, उधर भी नहीं पकड़ा तो gone. Mowgli is gone. Correct? So therefore, we are now taking shelter of superior energy and then releasing our grip on the material energy. Simply releasing the grip on material energy without taking shelter of superior energy will lead to what happens? Will lead to frustration and disappointment. यार मैं ना घर का रहा ना घाट का रहा, पैसा भी मेरा गया, भक्ति भी में भी नहीं हो, तो फिर क्या है? At least satisfaction, one should be हाउ डज वन गेट हैप्पीनेस? इधर मटेरियल लाइफ बराबर होना चाहिए या स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ बराबर होना चाहिए, यहाँ भी नहीं वहां भी नहीं. तो वी शुड नॉट ऑलवेज रिमेन इन दैट पोजिशन. ओके, सो व्हाट विल हैपन, व्हाट डू वी डू? धीरे 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 करके व्हाट हैपेंस, वी increase our grip on the spiritual energy, and you know what, we don't have to release our grip on the material energy. As we put this grip more and more, automatically what will happen, our grip on the material energy will go down. Now this is the beauty of Krishna Bhakti. इसमें ना आर्टिफिशियली करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है. नेवर टू गिव अप, वो भगवान ही कर देंगे. होली नेम हैज द पावर टू empower us to give up all our bad habits. अपने आप निकल जाएगा. और ये मैंने बोल रहा हूँ, this Srimad Bhagavatam says, there is a beautiful verse in Srimad Bhagavatam in the first canto, second chapter. It says, Vasudeve Bhagavati Bhakti Yoga Prayojitah Janayati Asu Vairagyam Jnanam Chayad Ahetukam. आसु आसु अशु मतलब आठ आसु, अशु वैराग्यम. अशु मतलब क्या संस्कृत में? एकदम फटाफट, ऑटोमेटिक, वेरी फास्ट. सो जो भक्ति करता है, वासुदेवे भगवती भक्ति योग प्रयोजितः, जिसने भी भक्ति को अपना लिया है अपने जीवन में, जनयति असु वैराग्यम. वैराग्यम मीन्स व्हाट? वैराग्य मीन्स व्हाट? डिटैचमेंट. डिटैचमेंट फ्रॉम मटेरियल एनर्जी. जनयति असु वैराग्यम और ज्ञानम, नॉलेज भी आ जाएगा अपने आप. यू विल से, अरे somebody is coming to you, अरे यार मेरा ये प्रॉब्लम है, मैं क्या करूं? एंड देन यू टेल समथिंग एंड दे कम बैक एंड टेल, थैंक यू सो मच, आपने जो बोला ना उससे मेरा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो गया. एंड यू सेड, मैंने बोला? हु गिव्स यू दैट नॉलेज हाउ टू गाइड somebody? हु गिव्स दैट? परमात्मा. व्हाई? टू अ डिवोटी ही गिव्स, सरस्वती कम्स ऑन द टंग टू गिव गुड एडवाइस. डज इट मेक सेंस? सो वो ये जो ज्ञान है जिससे बाय विच यू आर एबल टू गिव कृष्ण भक्ति टू अदर्स, दैट ऑल्सो इज इन द हैंड्स ऑफ, अपने हाथ में नहीं है वो. ओके, सो देयरफॉर व्हेन वी रिमेंबर दिस, व्हाट विल हैपन, वी विल ऑलवेज रिमेन हम्बल इन आवर लाइफ. वी विल नेवर एवर, अ डिवोटी विल नेवर थिंक मैंने कुछ. हम लोग को पता चलेगा कि वील मोर एंड मोर वी विल ओनली रियलाइज वी आर फूल्स. एज वी प्रोग्रेस वी विल रियलाइज दैट समथिंग एल्स इज हैपनिंग हियर. वो रियलाइजेशन आ जाएगा भक्ति में, एज वी गो डीपर एंड डीपर. जनयति असु वैराग्यम ज्ञानम चयद अहेतुकम. अपने आप ये सब क्या होगा? आ जाएगा. सो देयरफॉर समटाइम्स वी हैव हैड पीपल कम टू द प्रोग्राम्स हु हैव एन अल्कोहल एडिक्शन, राइट? दिस इज नहीं छूटा जाता है. और पीपल हु आर अकस्टम्ड टू ईटिंग मीट, चलो मीट भी नहीं खाता, बोलता प्रभु अंडा तो खाना पड़ेगा ना. एक ऑमलेट जब भी देखता हूँ तो मुंह में पानी आता है, राइट? एंड दीज पीपल, we will never tell anybody to give up anything. हम लोग सिर्फ क्या बोल रहे हैं? Don't try to let go of this. Just hold on to this tightly. By Krishna and Radha Rani's name come on the tongue, क्या हो जाएगा? अपने आप वो टेस्ट चला जाता है, राइट? ये होगा, सबके जीवन में होगा. आप खुद आके बोलोगे इस प्रोग्राम में ये हुआ है. Already some of you are telling me. I remember when I sit here, you come and share your wonderful experiences. So that is how the Mahamantra makes us happy. Because material attachment, there is no greater pleasure than detachment, and there is no greater misery than attachment. Just what you said today. Very profound, whatever you said. बहुत अच्छा example था. Last one. Why is it important for us to chant this Mahamantra? Why is it important? Second page ऊपर ही है. Because it gives what? It gives what? Colgate का सुरक्षा चक्र. What does it give you? Protection. It's because of time I'm telling this. I'm sorry, but next time onwards you'll plan time better. I'm not going to preempt answers. So it gives us what? Protection. Protection against what? But correct. Protection against what? It gives protection to the conditioned soul, but it protects the conditioned soul from what? From further conditioning. Correct? It protects the soul from further becoming पागल. जो नया पागलपन आने वाला था, अगर हम चैंट नहीं करते, वो नहीं आएगा अब जीवन में. ठीक है? एंड जो अभी का पागलपन है वो भी कम होता जाएगा. जितना तीव्र भक्ति करेंगे उतना फटाफट जाएगा. आंसू वेरी फास्ट. ऑल दिस अनर्थास विल go away. ठीक है? That is the power of Bhakti. That is why it is important to chant the Mahamantra. So therefore, the final punchline क्या है? If you want Krishna's intervention in your life, And Krishna doesn't compel anyone to do that. Krishna says, स्वयं विचार करो, चाहिए तो मैं हूँ, बुलाओगे तो आऊँगा. और क्या कौन सा गाना है? Somebody says ना, what is that song? प्रेम से बुलाते नहीं. What is that song? You know what this भजन? हाँ, कोई कहता है भगवान आते नहीं, लेकिन बुलाए ही नहीं तो क्यों आऊँगा? So how do we call the Lord? Just by His name. Okay. For example, if I say अभिषेक जी, तो मैंने उनको बुलाया तब उन्होंने देखा ना मेरे पास. तो जब कृष्ण को बुलाएंगे तो क्यों देखेंगे भाई वो? करेक्ट. वो क्या बोलेंगे? तुम मुझे बुलाए नहीं. Doesn't mean that you will not become wealthy, because people who are atheists also have wealth, but their wealth is given by who? Not by Krishna directly. It is given by their own karma, right? Krishna का personal intervention life में चाहिए, so we will have to chant. Okay, that is the whole reason. So maybe you can, if you want, you can write these things. Okay, so that आपको याद रहेगा बाद में. Okay, application question. This is not in the paragraph. Anybody can share. Okay, no compulsion. जिसको भी लगा बोल सकते हो आप लोग. Share your realization of how you feel when you chant the Maha Mantra during Kirtan or Japa. 5 मिनट ना, ठीक है. 2 मिनट थोड़ा दे देना. हाँ. Share your realization. Anyone wants to share your realization? आपको कैसा लगता है? What's your experience of chanting?
I'll say it's beautiful. When you like hear it, listen it in the atmosphere, it becomes very smooth. You feel more attached. You feel peaceful.
Very nice. Okay, beautiful, peaceful. Yes.
When you think about someone, like when you are chanting, you get connected to the Krishna. Basically, when you think about the person, you get connected to that soul. So basically, when you get connected with Krishna, you get the peaceful vibe. You are cleansing your heart, and on the other side, that's why you are making yourself very calm, subtle. So, and then on the other side, when you are getting connected with the person, and then you start, you are just dragging into all the thought process. And then after some time, you will realize that why you getting headache or migraine or something. It's your thinking process. It's your body, not your body. And
Mind
when you are, yes,
calms you down.
And at the same time, when you are chanting for 30 minutes or 40 minutes, all headaches, everything will go away.
Okay,
Basically,
that's your really very good. Thank you.
It's like it's just making you detach from the material world and
Beautiful,
making
very
you
nice.
productive.
Thank you. Very beautiful realization. Yes, sir.
So when you're chanting, often like my mind, when I'm thinking about Krishna, my mind it stops thinking about Krishna and thinks about different things. How do I stop that?
Is that a question?
Yeah.
When you chant, your mind is thinking of?
Krishna at the start, like I
At the start. After that, it thinks of different things. Okay, that's a big question. It's a common problem. Okay. But I'll answer very briefly because we have only 2 more minutes and I am requested for 2-3 extra minutes today. So continue chanting. Okay. And hear lectures. Study scriptures, because that will give you the mood when you chant. Unless you hear regularly, chanting ka enthusiasm chala jayega. You have to hear lectures from saintly personalities every day. Keep hearing and hearing. जितना अच्छा श्रवण होता है, जपा उतना ही अच्छा होगा. श्रवण के बगैर जपा कुछ दिन चलेगा, लेकिन बाद में क्या होगा? बोर हो रहा है, टाइम ही नहीं मिल रहा है. You know, all that will happen. Again, what happened? माया का काम ही वो है. Maya will win. You are allowing Kauravas to win the battle. Who decides whether Kauravas are winning or Pandavas are winning? Arjun decides. Does it make sense? Krishna can kill anybody. Krishna, in one sense, Krishna only decided Kaurava को खत्म करना है. But Arjuna ने cooperate किया ना उसमें. So in our battle, what happens? Krishna says that I will not take away your free will. मैं तो तुझे बताऊंगा. If you want, then you know. If you don't surrender to me, Maya तेरे को जकड़ लेगी. It is said like that. There is a beautiful verse which is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. It says, Krishna bhuli jiva bhoga vancha kare, nistare maya tare झपटिया धरे. मतलब कृष्ण को भूल के भोग वांच मतलब भोग का आनंद करूं, चलो मेटेरियल वर्ल्ड को एंजॉय करता हूं मैं और पैसा बनाता हूं. देन व्हाट हैपेंस? कृष्ण को जो भूल के भोग में चला जाता है, निस्तारे माया क्या कर रही है? बगल से देख रही है. तारे झपट इधर पट चपट आ जा भाई, यही तो मेरा काम है. I am successful in taking you away from Krishna. So don't allow Maya to succeed. Anyone from this side want to share other than Ishan? Yeah. Mind becomes still. Sthir. Okay, very nice. It becomes calm. Anyone else? चलो ठीक है. Whenever you want, you can share realizations. Okay. ये program में now you'll have to start talking more. I have to shut my mouth. Less speaking. I want to hear more from you. Yes. Shruti Madhu, बोलिए. अरे वाह. Anger has reduced. Who is the beneficiary of that in the house? Yes. Yes.
आजू बाजू आप जहाँ बैठे हो रहे हैं बोलते हो एक ऑरा खड़ा हो जाता है कि आप उस माहौल में हो, दूसरे भी बैठे हैं तो ऑटोमेटिकली उसकी एनर्जी, पॉजिटिव एनर्जी उनको भी मिलती है.
Wonderful, beautiful point. Very nice. Thank you for sharing that. Very happy when you all share all these things. मजा आ जाता है प्रोग्राम में. Please share more of your realizations. Okay. Do not hesitate.
मैं एक बोल सकता हूँ.
बोलिए ना.
मैं इंडिया में था, मैं टेंपल में रहा हूँ बचपन से. मार्ग टेंपल जो हरे कृष्ण मंदिर ऐसे ही मंदिर होता है पुष्टि मार्ग का. तो उसमें ऐसा होता था कि मैं हर एवरीडे मंगला के दर्शन होते, एंड ऑफ द शैन के दर्शन, पूरे दर्शन मैं कराता था. लेकिन रात को जब ठाकुर जी को बुलाते हैं ना लड्डू गोपाल, तो उनकी जो सुख सैया है, आजू बाजू पूरा कांच का केबिन है, उधर मैं सोता था. भगवान वहां मेरे पास में, मैं ऐसे साइड में ऐसे सो रहा था. दुनिया का श्रेष्ठ पल वो था मेरे लिए. आज भी उस चीज को मैं याद करके बहुत खुश होता.
ब्यूटीफुल.
दुनिया में कहीं भी जाऊंगा वो वाले पल वापस नहीं आ सकते, लेकिन फिर भी मैं चाहता हूँ कि मैं भी कहीं इंडिया में जाऊँ तो उसी जगह पे जाके वहीं ठाकुर जी के बाजू में बैठ के.
Beautiful. Very nice. Let's give a clap. Very nice. Beautiful. Thank you so much for your wonderful relations. Okay. So we'll just take 2 more minutes. Okay. And read this paragraph. Preaching is the essence by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, page number 13. Who wants to read? One person can read. Dayas Mataji. Pura pad lijiye. Full paragraph.
The devotee's interest is to actively preach Krishna consciousness. He, the devotee, is not interested in so-called meditation in the Himalayas or the forest. Rather, his interest is in the busiest part of the world, where he teaches people Krishna consciousness. The Krishna consciousness movement was started for this purpose. The members of the Krishna consciousness movement are not at all interested in the so-called meditation in the Himalayas or the forest, where one will only make a show of meditation, nor are they interested in opening many schools for yoga and meditation in the cities. Rather, every member of the Krishna consciousness movement is interested in going door to door to try and convince people about the teachings of Bhagavad Gita as it is, the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. That is the purpose of the Hare Krishna movement. The members of the Krishna consciousness movement must be fully convinced that without Krishna, one cannot be happy.
Where is it from? Very good. Thank you for saying Bhagavatam 7:9. Yeah, thank you. Beautiful. So what is the gist of this point? The gist of this point is that all of us must try to help the children जो मेले में बिछड़ गए हैं भगवान से, उनको भगवान से वापस जोड़ने का कार्य जो है, this is the biggest work that you can, biggest welfare work that you can do in this world. The biggest welfare work you can do is to get the prisoner out of the jail. Not to give vada pav to the prisoner inside the jail, or not to arrange, चल AC लगा के देता हूँ जेल के अंदर. No, best is to get that person outside the jail of material existence. So whoever does this work, Lord Krishna is very pleased with that person. So all of us have to, whatever attempts, if you can, tell people about the Bhagavad Gita, tell people about programs that are happening. In fact, I'm actually I have not done something which I should have done. I'm realizing maybe next week. Nachu Mataji, please remind me about this. Okay. So I want to give all of you on WhatsApp. You will see on your WhatsApp. We'll send you कौन से suburbs में ऐसा program हो रहा है. So if your friends or anyone is interested, if you really want to help your friend, connect them with Krishna. Nothing else in this world is going to help them. So as a real friend, what is the best thing you can do? Connect your friend to Krishna. So we'll tell you about programs happening in various suburbs, so that if your friend is staying, for example, let's say in some eastern suburb, so instead of traveling all day here, they can go to some other suburb. But if they want to come here, more than welcome. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, Mataji.
Just want to tell you, I know it's
sounds like a little bit funny, but जहाँ पे मैं जॉब करती हूँ, I'm a nurse, तो जब भी पैलेटिव केयर पे होते हैं ना पेशेंट्स, तो मैं उनको हरे कृष्णा बोलते सुनाती हूँ, whether they are Aussie, English, Greek, anyone, सुनाई दे या ना आए, लेकिन सेंसेस को तो सुनाई पड़ता है ना, तो when you tell हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, ऐसे जैसे सेवा करते हैं ना, तो I feel like it उनको मोक्ष मिल जाएगा.
Definitely मिल जाएगा, because Krishna is telling that. Nothing is more powerful.
बड़ा सुकून मिलता है अंदर से ये काम करने में, बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Even though one of my patient got a dementia and Alzheimer's, जब भी मेरे को देखते हैं ना तो हरे कृष्णा ऐसे करके ये वाव करता है.
Yes, there are people.
Everyone is doing like even though consciously or unconsciously, but they just do it. And I feel so satisfied with that.
Yeah. Because this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it is not a function of the body, it's a function of the soul. So even in bodily conditions, people have forgotten. It has happened with many cases. People have forgotten bodily consciousness, raha hi nahi, but still they are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. My own father was in that situation.
Hearing, the first sense is to come, and last sense is to go.
Yes.
So first when when the boy is in the womb, boy is in the womb, कहते हैं कि उसको सुनाई पड़ रहा है.
No, it's a good point. Please tell. I want everyone to hear. It's a beautiful point you are making. Please, boliye.
So they say hearing is the first sense is to come in a womb, and the last sense is when the person dies.
Yes.
Before die.
Yes.
That's the last sense is to go.
To go. Yes.
So that's why even though when you are not in consciousness, your hearing is still there. So that's why when you hear, when you chant, it's still present in that conscious mind or subconscious mind, whatever.
Yes. And the recent case is Ojasvi Prabhu's son. You should see that video. There is a live praman. Everyone can see live this happening. When Ojasvi Prabhu, I don't know how many of you know him, but he's a wonderful devotee in our congregation, he and his wife. When they lost their son in Bombay, recently, the son in hospital did not understand anything when they were talking. But when they said Hare Krishna, he was able to tell everything. वो एक चल रहा था बराबर से. Till the end, he did that chanting. This is called as Guru Kripa, blessing of spiritual master, by which Krishna को नहीं भूले last तक. चाहे डॉक्टर्स लोग ने कुछ भी बोला होगा, brain dead ये वो, but Hare Krishna महामंत्र चल रहा था उसका, because it is not a function of the body.
एक पावरफुल मैं प्रसंग सुनाता हूँ, सुनने वाला है. एक्चुअली मेरे भाभी जी थे, उनको जॉब नहीं मिल रही थी. एक बहुत टाइम पहले की बात है, लेकिन ऐसा हुआ था. और वो टेंपल में रहते थे. टेंपल में भगवान जी की जाली जी पढ़ते अपनी उत्थापन के दर्शन के टाइम पे, जब भगवान को जगाते 4 बजे दोबारा. तो एक्चुअली उनको जॉब नहीं मिल रही थी, तो उन्होंने भगवान जी को एक बार ऐसे बोल दिया कि आज तो मैं नमक वाला पानी भर के आपको जाली जी पढ़ाऊंगी. सुनने वाली बात है. 3 बजे वो उठे, नहाने गए, नहा के वापस आए, तो हमारे वहाँ वो मधुमक्खी का छत्ता होता है, बहुत बड़ी मक्खियाँ होती हैं जो मुंह वाली, तो उनको उसने काटा. तो हमारे पीछे भी एक डॉक्टर रहते थे, तो वो डॉक्टर के पास दिखाने गए. पूरे चेहरे पे सूजन सब जगह आ गई थी. तो डॉक्टर ने उनको ऐसा बोला कि आपको नमक वाला पानी पीना पड़ेगा. ये रियलिटी में हुआ है. मैंने सबको बताया, मैंने कहा ये होता है, भगवान सब कुछ आप क्या सोचते हो, क्या कर रहे हो, आपको भी पता. तो आज भी वो भाभी मानते हैं, लेकिन ये बात बिल्कुल सही है.
Thank you. Wonderful. Okay, we'll stop. Hare Krishna. Everybody is hungry now. Okay. Hare Krishna. महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नमो ब्राह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतम राजन विश्वासो नैव जायते शरीर विद्याजाल जड़ेन्द्रियताहे काल जीवे फैले विषय सागरे तारा मध्य जीवाति लोभो मय सुदुर्मति ताके जीता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ो दयामय कोरी बारे जीव जाय स्वप्रसाद न दिलो भाई से नम्रत पाओ श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमे दाको चैत्र निताय जय निमाय जय निताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे. हरे कृष्ण.